watch the 6 and the 3 ball. 3 ball, oops. Both of those balls went long this time because Dimitri just took a tiny little bit off his break speed, and that makes both balls go long immediately. And also the one ball didn't go quite as far as usual. Push out by Ronnie. We're going to have a tiny little post-match interview, by the way. I'm just announcing this now so that people don't run off immediately when the match is over, which may take a long time, we never know. Just letting everybody know that there's going to be a very short post-match interview with both of the players, I hope. Right now, what we can see is that Ron is going to play safe. I was going to say he needs to be careful not to make the 7 by mistake, or else. But Dimitri just underhit that by a hair. He wanted to be closer to approximately almost where the 6 ball is. Just underhit that a little. Oh, didn't put quite as much follow on it. Missed the 2 and hit it from the backside, actually. So it's still a good hit, but it's not what he wanted. There's this continuing beeping noise, by the way, that's from the electric plant nearby, that we can do nothing about, but I'm not sure that anyone can hear it. I guess it's impossible to hear. And Dimitri just executed a great job there, and is now going to have to shoot the 3 in such a way as to be able and see the 4 ball from, I would say, roughly the middle of the table where he was pointing. So he goes 1 rail and out, just 1 rail and off, and he's leaving himself a steeper angle than he had intended. By the way, the ball just rolled off a little. Remember, this is Simone's 760 tournament blue. It's a very slippery club, 30% nilin, and some of these shots are a little bit more difficult to execute than one might think. Dimitri just attempted to play safe, but overhit the ball, and is leaving a possible combination shot onto the 6 into the middle pocket. Very nicely executed, and perfect position on the 4 ball too. So This is looking good, I think. Very nicely played, holding the angle. There's the kind of natural position play that you need to look for always, where speed is not so important. Same thing here, playing forward 2 rails, staying on the line, again, making speed less important. A few inches more or less don't really make a difference. Knocks in the 10 ball and captures game number 45, so that Ronald is now trailing the match by a score of 16 to 29. So Ronnie really hammered this one, and I'm not entirely sure he's going to take this, because it looks as if he might be able to go 2 rails. Oh, that's a nifty little shot there. The only problem with this shot, of course, is that he might find himself in the same spot again in a minute. Right. That was what I was alluding to. There was a possibility of glancing back to where the cue ball was before. And this turned out very well. Ronald's not happy. There's a possible bank shot here into the middle pocket, which I'm not entirely convinced I would take. The safety shot behind the 2 ball looks a little more promising, and fortunately enough, the 5's there too. There was always going to be a tough leave anyway because of those 3 balls up there. So this was definitely the right choice. Definitely the right choice. I'm not entirely sure what Dimitri called there. He probably called one ball, not 100% sure. Very nice shot by Ronald. He goes too real into the open instead of being careful or overly cautious, which I'm sure is the right choice. The biggest problem here, of course, is the 8 ball, which that was a kick. It was a slight kick because the balls are probably a tiny little dirty. It's not a problem. Now, in order to get from the 7 to the 8, one would need to be perfect, or else you could also open up those balls. I'm not sure which way it will go. But he apparently prefers to break position on the 8 ball. And again, this is not as easy as one would think. He overhit the 7 all the time. Can you actually see that ball? He managed to put the cue ball behind the corner pocket. It's corner there. It's not calling the 9. Oh, that was a very tough lead. But he clearly overhit the 7 earlier, so. This is all natural, of course. You need to do nothing other than pocket the 9 ball. Which is not easy, but, you know, very reasonable. Perfectly makeable shot. And he missed it. He missed it and left it for Ronnie. Well, folks are applauding, of course, because everyone's still hoping for a little comeback here. After all, we're here to enjoy ourselves. This was game number 46, and it goes to Ronald Regli, who is currently trailing the match by a score